Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Adam here from Team Kryo. We're just gonna be going over the winter protocol of your daily maintenance on your Kryo pod. It's winter here, minus temperatures. There's water in your Kryo pod. What's going to happen? You're gonna get a freeze. You're gonna get a top layer freeze, and on the internal walls, you're gonna notice that. Now, you need to stay on top of this daily, or else this is gonna completely freeze solid, and it's gonna not be usable. So, step one, what we recommend, a hammer, a mallet, something that you can puncture the top layer of ice with. We did right before this this video here, but go through lightly, be cautious. We do have 5-layer technology, and you guys will feel how thick this actually is, but still be cautious. In the cold temperatures, you know things like to rip and break. So be cautious going around the rim, but you wanna break through that ice and get right through first. You're gonna break that top layer. Second, step 2, you want to bust the internal walls. If it's cold enough that there's some buildup, you'll feel it, and they're going to be solid. I don't recommend using a hammer. That's very easily going to puncture right through. So what I suggest you do, if you have shoes on, either lightly kind of pressing through to kick it, or since it's going to be a big sheet of ice, kind of put some body weight into it. Get down, use your shoulder, and it all kind of, there you go. You see it all kind of moving all at once. Once one panel breaks, it's all cracked up. It makes it easier for the other panels. Now, this isn't the ideal setup here. As we're up against this wall, it makes it a lot harder to get this back wall. So I suggest if you're going to have your Kryo pod outside, make sure you can get around 360 degrees. But that's step 2, making sure and pushing in all those internal walls. What you're gonna see when that happens, you can come over here and take a look. You're gonna have this buildup of ice. You can't quite hop in here if there's so much ice. So what you wanna do is clear the way, either with a pail, or you can use a shovel like so, anything really to get in there, scoop up your ice, like there it is from the internal wall, right? And get that out of the way. I'm gonna get that out there. And again, you guys, yes, this is daily, but it's not like it's gonna take too long. This is what needs to happen, again, to maintain your investment of the Kryo pod, because if not, in these cold winters, this is going to become unusable. This is what we're talking about, you guys. This is one that we dug deep from the internal walls that come out. Again, you gotta clear this on a daily. Full transparency, this was not cleared on the daily. This is not what will happen on a daily basis here. All right, you guys, now that we've cleared the majority of the ice, I left some in there because I personally like to get in my plunge, have some ice around there. Just feels a lot better for me personally. I like the idea of it. You're gonna see, look at the water level. From clearing all that ice, the water level now has dropped. I want it to be at least about up to here, give or take. Once I get in there, it goes up to the full rim. So this is gonna take about 3 to 4 pails of water. We're gonna fill back up, and we're gonna hop in and enjoy our plunge. All right, guys, quick little cheat code, maybe not even much of a cheat code. I got this thing as hot as it can get. We're gonna get our pails in there to refill the water with some really hot water. If it's gonna do anything, it's just gonna obviously warm that temperature up, maybe just a little bit, and maybe help with some of that debris that we might have missed on the internal buildup of the ice. Final pail here. Now that we've got rid of most of the ice inside, and that is your daily maintenance. Now again, I can't stress enough how important it is to stay on top of this, because this can and will become unusable in these negative temperatures if you do not do this and keep up with it. Now, last thing I want to leave you with, you have the protective lid and you have your all-weather cover. If you live in climates, again, like where we are right now, in the negative temperatures, you will not need this protective lid. This is more of a debris lid, and to keep the temperatures cold during the summer right now, it's like a thermal lid. So you can actually store this away until the summer, and we highly recommend just using the all-weather cover, obviously to keep the snow and all other kind of debris from getting out. But again, this is not going to freeze to that top layer of ice, whereas you'll find this will, because it's going directly on the surface. All-weather cover only in negative temperatures, and not using the protective lid for winter. If you are going to leave even for a weekend vacation somewhere, a getaway, do not leave this unmaintained. We highly recommend draining with the drain tap down here, releasing all the water, filling up when you get home, because if you leave this not maintained for even 2 to 3 days in the negative temperatures, there's a good chance this will and can become unusable and completely frozen solid. Then you're in some big trouble. So again, don't say we didn't warn you. I highly recommend draining this if you're going to leave, or at least get one of your neighbors to come in and do some daily maintenance for you if that's not the route you want to go.